See if we can't knock this out in 5 to 8. Okay, here we go. Hey there, how you doing? It's Chris, your friendly neighborhood internet Sherpa, back again with another one of those tips on how to bring bodies to the door, put cheeks in the seats, and of course, build your list. What I want to do today is hit you with one of those conversations I hit folks with when I've been working with them for a while, and I need to move their mental furniture around on a particular topic so I can get them from here to there, which is a place that they need to be. And I'm going to kind of shorten it up a little bit just because time is a factor. So the question I start with is, what's the most important part of your business? And a lot of times I get a lot of interesting questions, but again, we're going to shorten this up and I'm going to tell you what the answer is not. The most important part of your business is not the building that you do what you do in. So no matter how high, how snazzy that building is, not the most important part. It's not the tools that you work with. So no matter, how high powered those tools are, if you're an esthetician and you got one of those cool machines that does everything from cavitation to making smoothies, it ain't that. And believe it or not, it's not even the high level of skills that you've accumulated over the years. Although those are all important, they're not the most important part of your business. The most important part of your business is those folks that come to the door and put the cheeks in the seats, the customers. And I know you're saying to yourself, well, that's kind of common sense. Got it. Let's keep it going. So of those people, of that group, the folks that we refer to as customers, we can break them into two groups. New customers, repeat business. New customers, repeat business. Now, both of them are important. And most people, if I ask them, what do you do to get repeat business, to get new customers through the door, they pretty much have here's the things I do or I can do. So there's social media, there's SEO, there's working with reviews, there's paid ads. The tools in that toolbox are pretty straightforward. But then I flip it. And then I ask that question, well, what about those other folks? And they go, what other folks? Repeat business, your clientele. From the moment they walk out the door to the time they come back, what do you do with them? Some people will hit me with, well, I send promotions from time to time with my email marketing. And I'm like, okay, cool. What else? And then it's crickets. And that's the part that I want to touch base with right now. Because your business, you have to be deliberate with all facets of your business. So obviously you're pretty up to speed, or you should be up to speed on what you're doing for the new folks. But those old folks, that repeat business, they require a little bit of deliberation as well. That is the wrong use of that word, but oh well, work with me on this one. So let's put it this way. Your new folks, the main purpose of getting new folks to the door is business growth, because you want to expand your business. You want to make sure it serves you the way you want it to serve you. You went into business for a reason. This is kind of it. So you have to grow your business to a certain size. So you have to get a bunch of new folks to the door to do that. The other reason, of course, you need a new business is because no one has a 100% retention rate. People are going to fall off. You got to replace those folks. Cool. Got it. That's the purpose of your new folks, business growth. Now, the purpose of your repeat business, your clientele, is stability. And that's huge. That is incredibly huge. If you are good, if you're nice like that, and you can grind well enough, you can live off of your new business, especially depending on where you happen to be. But if you got a strong repeat business game, you don't have to. You don't have to at all. And that's kind of where you want to be. The business just keeps on going. And there's a niceness that comes with having a strong repeat business game. Tell me if this sounds like something you've heard or something that you want to aspire to. If you got a strong repeat business game, you get to do something that a lot of folks really dream of. You get to fire annoying customers. Just don't reschedule them. Yeah, I know. Nice, right? The other thing you can do is you can expand your business if you want to. But a lot of folks just say they want to stay independent. So that's cool. Just work a one-person operation. But you know what else you can do? You raise your prices. Same work, more money. These are the things that come from having that strong repeat business game. And the strong repeat business game is kind of like a self-licking ice cream cone. Because what happens is, as that wait list starts to get longer and longer and longer, your book gets full, and then all of a sudden you're 1 week out, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. Then the folks that want to come back to you, they realize that they need to pre-book. They need to book before they leave. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to get back around in a timely manner. So there's all kinds of upside to it. So that being said, that being as important as it is, it's probably a good idea to be somewhat deliberate about what you're doing with the folks on the repeat business side. And here's where it gets interesting. There's only 3 reasons why, repeat business happens. There's 3. It's habit, convenience, and preference. That's it. Habit, you do a thing, I need a thing, I've been going to you for a while, I'm just going to keep on coming. I don't have to think about it. It just happens. And that's cool. The problem with that is it's easy to break that habit. It's very easy to break that habit because the reason they do that's about them, and something changes in their world, boom, they're gone. And that's a problem. So you really can't lean on that like you really want to. There's too much outside of your control, outside of your influence, I should say, that for habit to be the thing that you rely on. Next, of course, is convenience. And the problem with convenience, well, let's talk convenience. With convenience, you're easy. You're easy access. They go from home to work and they pass by you. Then let's knock you out. Or you've got hours that nobody else has, or your hours work with them. Or, and heaven forbid, this be the one that we're using, your pricing is nice like that. In other words, you're the low-cost leader. Nobody should be working to be the low-cost leader, because no matter how low you try to go, someone's going to want to go a little bit lower than you. You didn't go into business to go broke. Anyway, my point is, convenience, again, is more about them than it is about you. And that leaves the last one, which is preference. And that's where you want to hang out. Because preference is a wonderful thing. Because first off, preference is what leads to loyalty. And the nice thing about loyalty gets your customers to do things that you want them to do. Loyalty gets them to walk by more convenient options. Loyalty gets them to hold those habits in place, because instead of it being about them, it becomes about you. You're like, well, I got it like that now. Okay, you got it like that. But what are you actively doing? And what I mean by, let me rephrase that. You probably are aware, especially if you've been doing this for a minute, what you do to make sure that the experience that your customers have when they're in front of you is on point, which is right and good, as it should be. But what about when they're not in front of you? Now, I'm not saying that you have to, but I'm saying that you're leaving some cheddar, some opportunity on the table if you don't do anything with them. If you treat it like it's a magic act every time they go away and poof, they came back. Wow, look at that. It's magic. It's not magic. And it's something that you should be very, very deliberate about. Now, a lot of folks are not really up to speed on what can you do. And like I said, we're in the furniture moving business for this particular episode, and I'm not going to try and stretch it out. But if you stick around, we're going to go into what it is that you can do that's not crazy, that's not going to burn you out, that you're like, I didn't think about that. That's so easy and such common sense stuff that you should probably start doing it as soon as you can. We'll hit that the next time we get together. Right now, I'm trying to cut this short because I've been talking for a little bit, and you know how I get. So, as always, I know, rude, but work with me here. We're going to be around each other for a long time. If at any point you have any questions about anything we're talking about, you know how to get a hold of me, 702-582-6708. Hit me up on the voicemail line, or let's do info at c2local.io. Look forward to hearing from you. Look forward to interacting with you. If there's some place that you're trying to get to, and if I can help you get there, I got you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.